Nikita students. This is Mrs. McCash. I am Mr. McCash's wife, and today what we're going to do is we're going to learn some new words, and some of those new words are going to be meditation and mindfulness, and those are big words for kids, but basically what that means is it's noticing what your feelings are, how you're feeling, what bodily sensations you're feeling, and where you are just in that particular moment. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some exercises to kind of learn what it is like to pay attention to how our body is feeling and how our mind is feeling, which can be really beneficial for a lot of reasons. It's really good for immunity, for mental health or behavioral health, and then just overall feeling good about yourself. I know a lot of you are at home right now with school, and sometimes we can feel like we want to leave the house or go do something, or we might just get a really weird feeling of feeling really antsy, like we have to move around and run around. So I want to give you guys some tools that can help make you feel a little bit calmer throughout the day. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to do some deep breathing to just kind of start off with, and I like to call this one the lazy boy pose. And so what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose and then out through our mouths, and then we want our exhale, so our breath when we breathe out, we want it to be longer than the breath that we breathe in. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our hands like this and crisscross them like that, and we're going to put them behind our head. But before you do that, I want you to see if you can find a place that's comfortable to sit or relax or lie down. Either one is good, and you can just, I'll give you a minute to kind of sit down and figure out a good space. So we want a space that is possibly quiet and comfortable. So I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. So now that you've found a place that you can sit quietly and watch this, I want you to go ahead and grab your fingers like this and put them behind your head, and we're going to practice doing some deep breathing just to kind of start off. So we're going to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. Notice when you're doing that, your shoulders may want to relax or your legs may want to relax. And that's okay, that's what we want. So every time we do a deep breath, if you notice any tension or any sensations in your body that feel really tight, see if you can relax them on the exhale. Okay, so again, we'll get our fingers like this. We'll put them behind our head, and we're gonna do the lazy boy pose. So in through our nose, out through our mouth. And do it again. And you can close your eyes too if that makes you feel more comfortable. Okay, good. So that's the first pose. I'm going to show you a set of 3, and then I want you to choose whichever one feels most comfortable to you. The second one we're going to do is called a totem pole pose, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to get our hands, we're going to put them under our butts or our bottoms, and we're going to sit on them. We're going to sit up straight as we can, and we're going to practice doing the deep breathing that way. So in through our nose, out through our mouth. Let's see if we can do that for about 30 seconds. Okay, good. So the last pose that we're going to do is called the heart pose. So heart pose is where we put one hand on our heart near our chest and one hand right above our belly button. So one hand right above our belly button, one hand on our heart. You may notice that when you place your hand on your heart, it might feel really heavy and that might not feel comfortable. So if you notice that you have a heavy hand on your heart, see if you can lighten it up a little bit. And then let's go ahead and practice some deep breathing with our hands like this. We should feel our belly rise first, so we always want to make sure that we're breathing through our belly first, and then we can feel it rise through our chest. So we'll feel it in our belly first, rise up through our chest, and then exhale. And again, if you feel tight or tension anywhere in your body or tightness, go ahead and practice releasing it on the exhale, okay? Here we go. Alright, so out of the 3 of those poses, which did you feel like was the most comfortable for you? Was it the first one where we did it like this, the lazy boy pose? Was it the second one where we sat on our bottoms with our hands? Or was it the heart pose where we had one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart? So if you can, see if you can practice that as many times as you want to during the day. If you feel like you're feeling really overwhelmed with schoolwork or homework, or just in a general sense if you're not feeling great. See if you can do that and see if it makes a difference. Okay, I'll see you guys soon for the next one. Bye! Alright everybody, this is Mrs. McCash again, here with Mr. McCash, and we're going to be working again on meditation and mindfulness. And so this exercise is called the breathing buddy exercise. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go into your room and get your favorite stuffed animal or a stuffed animal that you have at home and find a comfortable place to lie down and relax. This exercise we're going to do today can be helpful for a couple of things. Let's say you're having a nightmare, or you're having a hard time falling asleep, or you're just feeling like you need to take a break. This can be something that can be really helpful. So we're going to continue with our breathing exercises, so breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're breathing properly by making sure that the stuffed animal on Mr. McCash's belly rises and falls. And so his breathing is going to start at his belly and work its way up through his lungs and then out through his mouth, okay? And so I want you to be able to go ahead and practice that for about 30 seconds, or if you can do it longer for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that should be great. So let's see how he does with this, okay? So in through our nose, out through our mouth. Keep doing it, Mr. McCash. Good. Very good. Okay, go ahead and sit up, Mr. McCash. I'm going to sit here with you. One of the other things I want you kids to think about is I want you to be able to check in with yourself throughout the day and just kind of gauge how you're feeling, how you're doing. So sometimes we can get grumpy, or we can get sad, or we can get mad. And so what we want to do is we want to be able to check in with ourselves to see how we're feeling. And we can do this with our own personal weather report. So let's say we're feeling really happy and excited. What would you say that weather report would be?
Sunny.
Sunny, good, okay. And so what if we're feeling kind of sad? What would you think that would be?
Cold and gloomy.
Cold and gloomy. Okay, yeah, so it could be cold and gloomy, it could be raining, it could be stormy, right? And what if we're really mad? What could that be?
Yeah, lightning, thunder.
Ooh, yeah. Lightning, thunder, a hurricane, a tsunami, anything like that. And any other ways we could use to describe our mood with weather?
Not that I could think of.
Okay. So check in with yourself with weather to see how you're feeling and see if you can label it with a word. Oftentimes when we can put words to our feelings, our thoughts, our feelings, and behaviors can be really impacted.